Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Real. This is your host Kushagra Swani back with another video. Today we have only one panelist with us, Mr. Rehan Patel. All the other panelists are already asleep because they could not see this match. उनको बहुत बोर हो गया ये मैच देखने में because the batters could only manage to put up 150 runs on the board and it was not a high scoring encounter. Rehan, finally we got to see a match where the bowlers outperformed the batters, a phrase that you don't hear often nowadays.
But that only happened in one innings, Kushagra.
One innings,
In the
yes.
second one, you saw Quinton de Kock actually playing a really good innings and coming out on top on the winning side. Rajasthan have a lot to look back at. It seems like a very mediocre bowling attack at best. They don't know where their wickets are going to come from. Uh, Irian Parag looked very confused in the field. With his bowling changes also, they were not that effective. Nitesh Rana bowled. He himself bowled a couple of overs, Riyan Parag. But that did not have much impact on the game. And I think this wicket was very similar to that black soil wicket that you had last year in Lucknow, where it was a little difficult to score runs because the ball was holding on. So yeah, it was a not a very great contest, boring one indeed.
Even last year when one game was played in Guwahati, only 140, 150 runs were scored, and that was a game played between Rajasthan Royals and I think Punjab Kings. Uh, and even in that game, it was not a high scoring encounter as such. Only 140, 150 run वाला match था वो, and उसमें भी मतलब इतना कुछ हुआ नहीं था. Bowlers again did pretty well, and it was the same case today as well. But do you think Rajasthan could have made a game out of this, or do you think uh, runs बहुत कम थे to sort of make a game out of this contest?
They could have tried to make a game out of it if they picked up early wickets, but getting early inroads is very difficult. They don't actually have a good power play bowler. Uh,
Mhm.
Theekshana is good, but he'll not get you wickets consistently. That is a problem with his game. Jofra Archer, we saw last game as well, he got smashed for 76 of his
Mhm.
4 overs. Even
Mhm.
today, he seemed very ordinary. Quinton de Kock took him on, and that is where the trouble lies. When you're not picking up wickets, you tend to give the opposition a chance to build partnerships. And KKR exactly did what they had to do, and they had the perfect template in place for this chase. Yeah,
So Rajasthan probably missed Ashwin and Chahal's services today
Trent
because
bowled.
this was a
Trent
this
bowled
was a pitch perfectly made for them for the spinners and उनके पास वो थे options आज थे ही नहीं options वो वाले.
100%. Their bowling has become, I would say, twice as weaker as it was last time around. Last time they had a very well-rounded bowling attack, but this time they really don't know where the wicket is going to come from.
But despite Sunil Narayan not being available, I don't think KKR missed him uh, at all because Moeen Ali was a like-to-like replacement for him, and the way he bowled in the middle overs alongside Varun Chakravarthy, they just completely choked the middle order of Rajasthan Royals, and that probably made a difference in the end. तो इसलिए वो 140 150 के रेंज में स्कोर बना 151 आई थिंक दे पुट अप एंड अगर वो मोइन अली उतना इफेक्टिव नहीं होता बॉल से तो इट वुड हैव बीन अगेन 170 180 वाला स्कोर सो the KKR bowlers actually did a pretty good job, especially the spinners. And Harshit Rana at the end also in the last over he picked up 2 wickets. So overall a good outing for the bowlers, KKR bowlers, not the
Exactly,
Rajasthan.
commendable. I would say commendable job by Moeen Ali. See, he's a very similar like-to-like player with Sunil Narayan. He did not play well with the bat today, but we know how good he is. But with the ball, he really that Nitesh Rana's wicket. That was an outstanding off-spin delivery. So he has that game in him. The pedigree is there with him. And if you see his IPL stats, his economy is 7, which is outstanding for an off spinner. To have an economy of 7 at this day and age, it's very rare. So KKR have had good backups in them. Rovman Powell also, I believe, is a backup. So if in case Andy Russell also is unfit, they have somebody who is equally good. So well done to them. In the auction, they picked out the right players, and you saw the strength of the bench today.
Mm. Talking about KKR's batting, I think they never looked, you know, difficult. It never looked difficult for KKR to chase this down because Quinton de Kock, the way he started and he was there till the end, he made sure there are no hiccups in the chase. And he was right there till the end. And Ankush Raghuvanshi also supported him quite well. Uh, but sometimes I wonder why did Quinton de Kock retire at the age of 32? I mean, he could have easily played at the international level for another 5, 6 years.
He doesn't seem a lot interested, I believe. Even in the when he was given the captaincy, he did not have a long run. He immediately quit his captaincy. And if you look at the calendar, 2027 is where the World Cup will be in South Africa.
South Africa.
But I think South Africa have already moved on. They have a very similar player in Ryan Rickelton.
And
They
regretted.
both play very similar brands of cricket. But you are correct. At the age of 32, he is retired. He really doesn't seem a lot interested in his national career. But yeah, going around the leagues, he's one of the best openers that you can have.
All right, so that's pretty much about the game today. KKR versus Rajasthan Royals. KKR are back to winning ways, and Rajasthan have a lot to do. They will have to go back to the drawing board and see where they went wrong. Well, if you guys were bored seeing the match today, you don't have to worry too much about it because normal services will resume tomorrow as Sunrisers Hyderabad are going to take on Lucknow Super Giants. See, this could very well be a contrast because we might just have seen the lowest score being put up by a team in this year's IPL. And tomorrow we might see the highest ever total being put up by Sunrisers Hyderabad. And because, see, the top order of Hyderabad is going to be facing a depleted bowling attack of Lucknow Super Giants. Like, what do you have to say about this?
You were spot on with the introduction part of things. Uh, for Lucknow, they really have to pray that somehow, some way, they try and at least win the toss so that they have something to control. Because if Hyderabad chase, if they have the opportunity to chase and beat any target, they are going to go for the kill and win the game. And I believe Lucknow have the weakest bowling lineup in the competition with the least experience. Uh, so I really don't know how they well prepared for the match tomorrow. They'll have to really step up their game in order to control the top five of Hyderabad. So it will not be easy. Even if they pick up early wickets, you have the dangerous Klasen, Nitish Rana, Ishan Kishan. So it's not going to be easy. Probably 300 is on the cards.
The last time these two teams met each other in IPL, I think Lucknow के साथ Lucknow batting कर रही थी and Lucknow had put up only 165, 166 runs on the board. And Rajasthan and Sunrisers Hyderabad, they chased it down in what 10.5 overs or something. Travis
Right,
Head और अभिषेक शर्मा ओपन कर रहे थे
right.
एंड फिर उसी उसी मैच में केएल राहुल को डांट रहा था राइट गोयनका।
That, yes, correct.
हो सकता है कल पंत का चांस हो डांट खाने का हो
But
सकता है।
I'll not blame him. See, I'll not blame him. The bowling attack is really very thin.
हम्म,
They have to come up with some certain plans and strategy to get them out as soon as possible. Uh, Otherwise, two losses in a row will not go down with Rishabh Pant that well. See, with Rajasthan also, they have had two, I would say heavy losses.
हम्म।
Even this loss that they had against Kolkata would play on their minds going forward. So Lucknow cannot afford to lose that game tomorrow. They'll have to play their best game.
मैंने एक चीज नोटिस करी थी लास्ट मैच के
Hmm.
बाद, लखनऊ के लास्ट मैच के बाद, संजीव गोयनका वाज एड्रेसिंग द टीम इन द चेंज रूम, एंड वहां पे जस्टिन लैंगर बैठा हुआ है और बाकी सपोर्ट स्टाफ बैठा हुआ है, वो उसको देख रहा है. And this guy with no experience in cricket, no prior knowledge, he is the one addressing the team when you have all
Right.
these veterans around. So that I don't think. What do you have to say about that? मेरे को तो बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आया वो क्या हुआ.
वही होता है ना that different owners have different personalities and they bring it in the team. You look at Shahrukh, he's a very different personality, different character. You have heard Gautam Gambhir say on air that he has never interfered in cricket.
Hmm.
That is Gautam Gambhir's job, that is KKR's captain's job. He
Hmm.
never interfered with the game. But you see a very contrast image with Sanjeev Goenka. He likes
Hmm.
to be a part of the think tank, the setup. But as you rightly pointed out, if you're not an expert on these things, you should try and stay away. Help with the best resources. Uh, Maybe in the auction, he thinks that he has the resources. Probably you and I don't see it. He sees it. We'll come to know by the end of the season whether he's right or not.
Hmm.
But the team looks very mediocre in terms of the bowling, at least.
See, being passionate about cricket is one thing, but being knowledgeable about cricket is another thing. वो संजीव गोयनका पैशनेट है, बट आई डोंट थिंक ही इज नॉलेजेबल इनफ टू address the team, the change room, when you already have someone like Justin Langer in that room. You have Zair Khan as the bowling coach. So you should leave it to the guys who know it well.
Even if you look at Anand Ambani, he never
Huh.
interferes with the game. He brings the best resources. He's
Hmm.
also probably one of the good owners going around in the tournament. He's been there for quite some time now, but he never interferes in the game. That's also commendable.
So on that note, we'll see you guys in another video tomorrow. Uh, until then, keep showing some love. Like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with as many friends as you can. See you. Goodbye.